Welcome to DestinationDionna, your self-help learning library, where we discuss all things mindset, manifestation, and marriage. And in today's video, it's about to get juicy. I know that we're always discussing the typical reasons that a relationship is unhealthy or our reason to break up. And that's physical abuse and, of course, the number one, cheating. All right, we've agreed on that. Don't cheat. Don't put your hands on anybody. Now, can we elevate a little bit and talk about other reasons that make relationships just as unhealthy and give you a reason to either leave or reevaluate where this relationship is going? If you're new here on the channel, make sure that you hit the like button. Let me know that you like the content. And of course, subscribe so that you can become a part of the Godly Tribe and hit that notification bell so anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So, I didn't want to leave anything out. So, I wrote some notes here to make sure that I give you everything that I was thinking about when this topic came up. For those who do follow me, like on my other social media, specifically Facebook, I do a lot of posts on there where we talk about different relationship topics and things like that. And I just have been seeing an overwhelming amount of conversation about cheating. Don't get me wrong. I don't advocate for cheating. I'm completely against that. I believe if your needs aren't being met or you're no longer fulfilled in the relationship and you don't think that the person is going to work on it, I believe that you should be able to have that conversation and decide, are you going to, go with other people? Are they going to go with other people? But I don't think you should rob people of their choices. And when you go outside of your relationship to do something and you're not honest about it, you're robbing your significant other of the choice, whether or not they want to deal with that. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, and we know that I'm not a fan of cheating, so I don't want to hear that. That's not what this video is about. This video is highlighting the fact that cheating, and I'll even kind of lump in physical abuse, I believe that those are two things that most people agree. Those are reasons to leave a relationship. They are. We don't have to keep discussing that. But let's talk about the other things that make relationships unhealthy and give you a reason to consider whether or not you should move forward. So, the first one I want to talk about is manipulation. Manipulation. It's so common. But if you don't know what manipulation is, it's when someone tries to control your decisions, actions, your emotions. It's often hard to spot because it can be exposed in very subtle or passive-aggressive ways. One thing that will help you know whether or not you've been manipulated is if someone is trying to convince you to do things you don't feel comfortable doing. If they ignore you, if they don't get their way. Or if they just try to influence how you should feel about a particular thing. The reason why manipulation is so unhealthy to a relationship is you're an individual. Yes, you're a part of a relationship, but you're an individual. That means you have your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own beliefs, your own hobbies, everything that makes you you. And that's important. You should be with someone that cherishes that welcomes those differences that you have. So if you're with someone who is constantly trying to manipulate how you feel about something, manipulate what you're going to do, that's probably not healthy. The next one that I want to cover is possessiveness. Now, manipulation That's more subtle. That's basically trying to kind of convince you of something. Possessiveness is more on the lines of control. They exhibit controlling behaviors, and they get angry about you texting, calling, or spending time with anyone other than them. They try to control what you do with your time, what you do with your money, what you do with your thoughts. They try to control everything. And I know a lot of times we'll joke about, jealousy and little things of possessiveness, and we'll think that that's cute. Like that's a way to show that you care. It is not. It's very unhealthy. And if that is what's happening in your relationship, I recommend that you have a conversation with them or consider whether or not you should be moving forward. Now, the third one. I saved this for last because it actually saddens me to have to talk about this. Deflecting responsibility. This is when someone repeatedly makes excuses for their unhealthy behavior. They may blame you or other people for their own actions. Often, this includes making excuses, like based on alcohol or drug use, mental health issues, or past experiences. Healthy adults take responsibility, right, wrong, or indifferent. No one is perfect. We all make mistakes. But the difference between a mature, healthy adult and one who is immature or unhealthy is whether or not they can take responsibility for their actions. So if you have a mate that is constantly deflecting their responsibility, not taking their responsibility, it's always someone else's fault, it's always circumstances, it's their past, it's this, it's that, and it's never them. They're never able to look at them. Honey, let me tell you, that is unhealthy, and it is definitely a reason to question whether or not you should move forward. So listen, my entire goal with this video is I want you all to realize that just because someone doesn't cheat, that doesn't mean the relationship is healthy. Just because someone doesn't hit you, that doesn't mean they're not abusive in another way. These are just 3 things that I mentioned: manipulation, possessiveness, and deflecting responsibility. These are just 3. There's more, but I felt like these were the ones that I saw coming up a lot. They come up a lot in my coaching sessions. I've read a lot about them. They're important. So please do an assessment on your relationship. If they're not cheating or not being abusive, great. That should be a given though at this point. Come on, it should be a given. Let's go beyond that and go to the next level of health. Are they manipulating you? Are they possessive and trying to control you? Are they consistently deflecting responsibility, not taking responsibility for themselves? If they are, you already know. Okay? Okay. Now, that was my TED Talk on other things that make relationships unhealthy. So leave me a comment. Let me know. Is your spouse doing any of these 3 things? Do you need my help? I'm a relationship coach. I will hook you up. Okay? I'm helpful. I know what I'm talking about. I've been through a lot. So let me help you. I'll leave the information for how to contact me in regards to coaching in the description box. Get at me. Okay? See y'all next week.